Intro, wash, glove. Yeah, I probably should have a paper towel there. Paper towel. Graduated cylinder. Set in the bathroom. My bathroom is all set up for my finishing. Grab up my supplies, some of them already in there. Lock in the pole. I come over here, I'm gonna lay out stuff on to a barrier over here. Chip, I'm back. Numero 2, yes, we are ready. Raise him up. It is indeed Chip. Raise him up to proper working height. Chip, let's drop at the head of the bed. Okay, let's have a bowel movement. Or you could urinate in it as well, especially if you're a female. We're ready to get started. Bedpan, it doesn't make any difference whether they're male or female. Chip, I've lowered you down. I've lowered your head of the bed down. I've raised you up to a proper working height, and I've ID'd you. We're now going to place a bath blanket over you. We'll place a bath blanket over him. Getting him nice and covered up. Chip, can you hold on to that? Tuck it behind there if we need to. Making sure that we do not expose him. Fan fold his linens down to the bottom of the bed. Take this. Ready to get started. I'm going to do a lot of the same maneuvers here. I'm going to check. We do indeed have a nice incontinence pad there. If not, I brought one in, but we've already got one. I can place an additional towel or something like that underneath the genitals down here. If he was able to raise up, we could slip him under, or just tell your tester, we're just sliding that under there as an additional barrier. Hopefully we don't have to replace this, right? Okay, we've got that all set up. Remove this. Just get in the way. And now we're going to assist with the bedpan. I'm going to talk about if he's independent. I'm going to demo dependent. When you guys come back, you'll have to tell me if he's independent, what he's going to be doing as far as mobility wise, but I'm going to want to watch dependent. We've got you covered up, we've got you ready to go. If he was independent, what could we do? We've seen this one in which skill? Moving up in bed, one person, right? Legs, Chip raises his hips up off the bed, and then what am I going to do? Slip the bedpan underneath of him, okay? But Chip is dependent. So what am I going to do? Move him towards me because I have to. Flip. Chip, let's move you towards me. Boom. Boom. And boom. Moving him towards me. Then I'm going to, a lot of these techniques that we've learned earlier in the class or as we continue on, they're going to keep popping up. Okay, so if we're good at doing them initially, it'll be helpful for us. If we sucked at it, if we weren't good at it initially, then that'll make it more difficult. Side rail up over there, arms across the chest. Chip, I'm going to be turning you away from me. Once I get you turned away from me, I'm going to be placing the bedpan underneath it. Proper body mechanics. On the count of 3, I want you to grab onto the side rail there. 1, 2, 3. And we turn Chip to the side. How you doing there, buddy? He's doing fine. This is where I could adjust pads and stuff underneath here. And now we're going to make sure that the area that is, looks like it's got a backboard. I say if he's a male that he could pee towards that side, but the area that's deeper has to go towards his feet. Obviously it would not work like this. That would be uncomfortable, and that's for sure a start item. So at least if you come back, make sure that we do this correctly and you've got a decent shot passing. I place that underneath of his butt. Chip, we're set up here. I've got this positioned correctly because I want to be able to be a C.N.A. pass. On the count of 3, I'm going to lower you back. 1, 2, 3. Whoa! That was fun. Chip, you are placed on the bedpan. I can check. I can ask him, are you comfortable? Make sure it's positioned where I want it, which it is. Okay. He's kind of towards the side of the bed, but there's not much we can do with that. Chip, we've got you there on the bedpan. At this point, I'm going to gloves sanitize. Don't need to put any new gloves back on because I'm not going to be handling anything dirty. Chip, I am lowering you back to fullest position. Head of the bed is going upright because I also want to pass my skill. Don't raise you upright. Don't pass skill. Raising you up so you can poo or urinate or whatever you so desire there. There's your call light back to you. I'm also leaving you with some wipes and some toilet paper so you can help yourself out. Oh, that's what you pay me for. Okay, I will do that when I come back. You got your call out, you're all set up, ready to go. I am cleaned, you're safe, you're ready. Open, close. Come in here, wash hands, I'm set up in there. I leave, allowing him to have some privacy to be able to do his business, right? He buzzes, I come back in, knock. Entrance chat, I come back, ooh, number 2, smells like 1 and 2, maybe combo action. Wash my hands, put my gloves on, get everything set up in here. Lock, open, close. Chip, I'm back. What did you do? 1 and 2 combo, that's cool. Did you wipe yourself? Did you participate? Did you do anything? If you did, if you wiped yourself, did you wipe your hands afterwards? You didn't do any of those things, did you? I didn't figure you did. We're going to raise you up to a proper working height. I can ID him again if I need to. Hey, I want to make sure the same guy I left on the bedpan. You are. Raise him up to a proper working height. I'm going to drop the head of the bed. Chip seems like I've been demoing skills for 45 minutes here. Lower you back down. Got my barrier over there. I've got additional supplies over there if I need them. At this point, I'm going to take a look here. If he urinated and needs any front perineal care, I'm going to do that at this point. That is washing, rinsing, and drying the front genitalia. I've done that. I'm going to gloves off, sanitize, new gloves back on because I have to turn him. If he was able to be independent in this situation at this point, what would I ask him to do? Arms next to his side, raise his feet up. He can raise up and I can slip the bedpan out. Got it? Otherwise, we're going to proceed on legs across. Chip, put your arms across your chest. You got it. Side roll back up. I'm going to turn you on the count of 3. I'm going to need you to help me though because I'm going to have to kind of hold onto this bedpan when I turn you. That way we don't have any spillage. Okay, on the count of 3, I'm going to turn him while I kind of hold onto the bedpan here. Chip, you're going to have to help me out, buddy. 1, 2, 3. I turn, bedpan holding on until he's turned over and it's not sticking on him. Everything's good to go here. At this point, I'm going to take a look back here, and if we need to, if there's any fecal material here, I'm going to take my toilet paper, wipe that off, and I can throw it in here, depending on policy, or throw it in something else. At this point, then I'm going to gloves, sanitize, new gloves back on, and I'm going to provide rear perineal care. That's washing, rinsing, and drying the back side. Got it? I'm going to, at this point, I can take and set this over here on my barrier. I could take this, I could roll this inwards and throw that into the soiled linens. I'm going to check my pads back here. If this is wet, soiled, smears, anything like that, I'll take this, roll this inwards, and discard of that. As soon as I'm done with all the dirties I can, gloves, sanitize, new gloves back on, place new pad if needed. Chip, I got some clean hands here. We're going to turn you back. Turn you back. What? Not in the middle of the bed? Yes, I did see that. Let's move you back into the middle of the bed. 1, 2, 3. You move back into the middle of the bed. Take your sheets. Throw those up over your head. Have you pull those out underneath of you. Remove those. Those also go into the soiled linens. Should still be clean here. I can finish up. Chip, you're in good shape. Everything that's underneath of you is cleaned, wrinkle-free, and ready to go. I'm going to lower you back to the lowest position. Raise the head of that up. Watch the game. Call that is going back to your hand. Anything else you need? Nope. Let me finish up then. Grabbing up some of this stuff is non-existent anymore, or it's going into the soiled lens. Grab this stuff up. Grab, roll this inward, sanitize underneath there. Lock, open. Discarding these things, soils. Setting this there. Most of this stuff is gone. penis is either on him or never existed. We come over here, I'm going to take bedpan, pour it out of this end, pour this into graduated cylinder. Take this, I can rinse, sanitize, put that away. I'm here now. I'm going to transition this over to an even flatter surface. Check this out, all the same stuff, odor, consistency, volume in here. I'm gonna check all those things out. If there's any problems, I'm calling the nurse. If not, I'm going to dump, rinse, dump, flush, clean, sanitize. Put that away, roll inwards, throw away, soils, sanitize, gloves off, wash hands, out the door before recording.